Horses are truly majestic creatures. Humans have been forming lifetime friendships with them for thousands of years. We have perfected the art of teaching horses equestrianism in endless varieties. But have you ever stopped to think about how your horse could train you? Hello, my name is Grace Blaufus. I am 14 years old and in the C.R.A.F.T 4-H club. This is my 10th year in 4-H and my 10th visual presentation. Today I will be telling you about how horses can lend people helping hooves. Specifically, I will be talking about different kinds of equine-assisted therapy. Not therapy for horses, mind you, but therapy that horses give to humans. Equine psychotherapy focuses on the human-horse connection that's made by taking care of a horse. Equine psychotherapists are licensed therapists who use horses in various ways to help clients discover and talk about emotional issues for healing purposes. This type of therapy is especially beneficial for former addicts, people with mental health issues like depression, and trauma victims. For instance, due to the negative effects of drugs, former addicts can often be very out of touch with their feelings. How on earth is the therapist supposed to help with this problem? This is where the horses come in. Their presence facilitates communication because they are very in touch with human emotions. They form an emotional bond with their herd, which allows them to more quickly react to danger and threats. If a client is mad or upset, then the horse might shy away or become stubborn. But if a client is happier, then the horse might respond more positively. This sort of relationship between the client's reactions or emotions and the way that the horse responds to it is a form of emotional mirror. The client, seeing the reaction in the horse, then has to deal with their own emotions in order to interact effectively. Therapists keep an eye out for this and notify clients when they see a reaction, helping them to figure out what emotion they are having that's causing the reaction in the horse. Horse programs can also help promote responsibility and routine. Clients are given a horse care routine, which may include feeding the horse some hay, brushing it down, cleaning out its hooves, and mucking out the stall, among other duties. The ability to finish a task is an important part of skill development for these clients. The horse care routine helps them to reintegrate into society's natural groove of work by simply giving them a reason to wake up in the morning. They don't want the horse to go hungry, do they? That part of treatment helps particularly for people with depression. Horses can help trauma victims reestablish the ability to trust. It may seem like a basic skill, but some people have had their trust broken so severely that they are no longer able to trust. Horses can help such people finally reconnect with others again. Horses, especially incredibly large breeds, such as the Shire, can be intimidating. I mean, a Shire averages at 7.5 feet tall. Look at how this horse towers over me. Clients are encouraged to bond with horses that are so large and yet so sweet and kind. The basic ability of being able to relate to the horse can then be translated to other human beings. Horses can canter in and pave the way when humans are unable to heal themselves or each other. Psychotherapy is not the only way in which horses can help us. Our equine friends are just as helpful in the field of physical therapy. Physical therapy with horses is mainly achieved by teaching horsemanship to clients. Physical therapists who use horses, while not psychotherapists, still retain the horse knowledge of their emotional therapy counterparts. However, they focus on a client's bodily needs, such as improved coordination, which is particularly beneficial for the mentally and/or physically disabled. The gait of a horse is incredibly similar to that of a human's, give or take a leg or two. What I mean is this. When riding a horse, similar muscles are used to when simply walking or running on your own. The repetitive action establishes muscle memory and helps to strengthen the muscles for clients with problems in these areas. As any child attempting to stay on the back of a horse can tell you, riding requires knowing how to balance. An important part of moving on your own is being able to sense your center of gravity. Learning how to balance on a horse's back is a good first step. Mastering these skills while learning horsemanship can boost self-confidence too. The growing expertise that a client develops can boost confidence, as any proud rider can relate to. Physically disabled clients might not have been able to move around on their own before, but on the back of a horse, they can do so with little to no limits. There's nothing quite like going from a wheelchair to the back of a horse. All of a sudden you are riding high, able to run and jump and go places in the woods on your own. So, as I've demonstrated, horses can heal our bodies and our minds. At this point, you might be wondering, what sort of horse would be best for these therapy programs? If given the choice between a beautiful thoroughbred and a heftier draft horse, like the Belgian, programs will choose the Belgian every time because it is incredibly strong. Strong horses can carry even the heaviest of clients who may come in for therapy. Suitable horses will also need stamina. They may be ridden for a long period of time, often in endless, seemingly pointless circles. The road to habilitation can be rather tedious. Good temperament is another important quality in a horse. Clients who utilize these therapies can be somewhat unpredictable. Therefore, the ideal therapy horse should be extremely tolerant of unexpected movements or reactions from their riders or caretakers, and calm in the face of outside disturbances or emergencies. If a physically disabled client falls off the horse, you wouldn't want the horse to spook. And if approached angrily, the horses should respond without violence. These characteristics are ideal for keeping everybody, emotionally and physically, safe and sound. This next quality is especially important for physical therapy. The horse should be rideable. I'm not talking tolerable skill in this area, but considerable expertise. Some clients might only walk or trot their horse, but with practice. Others might be trail riding or racing around barrels. So the ideal horse should be responsive to riders at all skill levels. Even with all the other things that a suitable therapy horse needs to know, the horse should still be trainable. The therapist is going to have a lot to teach it. Each horse should have a hunger for learning and be able to adapt easily. So, a horse really can train a human. Well, okay, maybe it's not in charge of the whole operation. The programs are run by people. But I wonder, maybe the horses know that they're helping us. Maybe so, maybe not. But either way, it behooves us all to give them credit for the many ways in which they help us. Today, I have talked to you about how horses help us emotionally and physically, and what sort of horse could do so best. This concludes my visual presentation. My sources are The Therapeutic Value of Horses by PsychologyToday.com, Horses Can Read Human Emotions by Independent.co.uk, Ready for a Special Job by WideOpenPets.com, Would Your Horse Make a Good Therapy Horse by PetHelpful.com, and Therapeutic Riding by The Washington Post. Are there any questions?